Hello, my name is Edmonds. I play Mrs. Mac in Bloom, and she is the manager of Pine Grove, which is the aged care facility. And she is evil. No, she's trying to make ends meet. She's trying to save money wherever she can. She's cutting food, she's cutting lifestyle programs, and no one likes her.
I play Ruby in Bloom. Ruby is a personal care assistant and she just really loves aged care. So she's trying to do everything she can to provide the best of care to these beautiful residents.
Mrs. Mac's nemesis, one of them. The thing I'm enjoying about my character is the evilness and the anger and the rage that builds up in her. And I like to be the person that no one likes, because everyone loves me in my real life. No, I'm enjoying that kind of angry vibe.
I feel like I'm in some ways the opposite to Ruby. Like, we're both very caring, I'd like to think.
Yes, you are very.
But like, Ruby is very clean. I can sometimes infamously not be very clean.
Oh.
But she's very like a stickler for detail. She's very organized. And so playing something that's kind of quite the opposite to me is always a fun thing.
I play Rose. I'm the last resident, or the inmate, to turn up. She's feisty, she's a teacher, she's a traveller, and she's a fighter.
I'll be playing Finn, who is the resident bludger of the home, taken aboard at the same time as Rose. Probably driven by his want to just relax a little bit on his quest to finding out what his purpose is or what his kind of role is in life.
I think the feistiness of Rose and the fact that she comes into this institution and she's not just going to lie down and take what's being doled out, and that she also is really invested in Finn's character and in a way in Ruby too. And so the intergenerational relationship of Rose with the young and Rose's attitude to the rights of older people is really powerful.
I would say Finn's kind of carelessness, and he's a bit inconsiderate and a bit of a jerk at times, and I think that's a bit fun to dial up in the rehearsal room. But similarly, that intergenerational sort of relationships that get formed are quite special and quite interesting to dive into as well.
My character in Bloom is called Doug. He's an 82-year-old man who's down in the dumps but finds redemption and love through the show, and I'm based him on my dad. Very fond memories of my dad, who was a curmudgeonly old man, or could be, but had a heart of gold, and that's what I'm trying to do with Doug.
My character is Leslie. She's an artist. She's had quite a colourful life, and she has kind of ended up in the nursing home and trying to make the best of it, really. I don't think she really wanted to be there, but she has started to be attracted to Doug and find that, you know, we have the same sense of humour, and, you know, we're actually becoming friends.
I play two characters in Bloom. One is Chef, who's a disgruntled, overworked cook. She thinks she's a chef, but she's not really. And I think on the sly, she's been eating all the good food and serving up the slops to the residents. That's the narrative I have. And then I play Sweet Betty. Betty is, we think, of Greek descent, and she's waiting for a visitor, primarily her son. And she may have dementia or she may not, or it's all fantastical in her mind, but it's quite sweet and real.
My character is named Roland, and he thinks at least that he's an ex-theatrical, and I think he probably was. He quotes lines from Keats and Shakespeare and just non sequiturs all over the place. He's certainly has a level of dementia that he is never quite sure where he is or when he is, or sadly just the way life is.
So I play four characters. I play Sal, I play Trev, I play the inspector, and I also play a news reporter. News reporter is pretty straightforward. He's a kind of an afternoon news anchor, and what drives him is he's quite annoying, know-all. Then you have Trev, who is on staff at the home, and What drives him is he's evolved to be a sort of happy-go-lucky kind of guy, but pretty useless at fixing things or cleaning things. Then they have Sal, who is one of the residents, and he is constantly on a heavy medicated sort of state because of some things in the plot, but he has a renaissance moment in the show. Oh, and the Inspector. The Inspector is someone who goes around aged care homes and makes sure everything is legit.
I play Gloria in Bloom. She is a nurse at Pine Grove Aged Care Home. She's been working there for about 8 years. And I'd say what drives her is she's genuinely good-hearted and she wants what's best for the residents, and she's always striving to give them a high quality of care, but really coming up against a really flawed system, a lot of budget cuts, and I don't want to give too much away, but a few problems along the way.